Hello everyone, I am here today to show you a Valentine's makeup tutorial. It's going to be pink and glittery. This is my very first tutorial, so we will see how it goes. I do have a few breakouts that I want to conceal and cover up, but because I'm working with glitter, I want to get the eyes out of the way first. So I actually decluttered all of my eyeshadow primer. I just feel like I don't really reach for it. The only one I ended up keeping was a white one, and I just don't really feel like that's ideal for this right now. So I am just using concealer on my eyelids. That's normally what I do, or like a leftover foundation. So now that I have concealer on my lids, I am going to go in and powder them. So I'm just going in with like a light powder. So I will show you what I'm using today. I am using the Morphe X Kathleen Lights palette. When I was going through my eyeshadows to find some like a Valentine's look, these two kind of warmy purple tones spoke to me, and then I also pulled this one here and this one here from my other Morphe eyeshadow collection. So I'm going to incorporate these colors as well. This lighter one is called Peekaboo, and this darker brown is Mocha. And they are all Morphe shadows. So for starters, I'm going to go in with a little bit of Peekaboo, just because I'm really trying to avoid warmer tones in my crease. Because when I do, I tend to go with the same kind of eyeshadow looks. So just kind of adding that color into my crease where my eye opens into my lid there. I just wiped off the brush on my arm a bit, and I'm going back in to kind of fluff it out. So next I'm going to go into this darker color right here, and I'm going to do the same process, but I'm keeping it a little closer to my lash line this time around. And that first step you did is going to help these colors blend nicer towards your eyebrow. I'm also using the same brush, but in a second I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller, more pointed one. The Morphe M433 or the M513. I'm going to go in with the M513. It's a little pointed, but it's still fluffy. I don't need to be too precise now. See how it's a little less fluffy and a little more pointed at the end, so it gets in this corner a lot better. So I'm looking out and comparing the eyes, seeing how far the eyeshadow goes up on one versus the other. So now that I'm happy with what is there currently, I'm going to go in with the Morphe M433. It's just a little more condensed, and when it comes to darker colors, we're again going less and less, so going a little closer to the lash line again this time. Kind of creating a V, pressing into the crease and pressing over by the lash line. Going across the crease. Doesn't matter if you get it on the lid, because we're going to put something on there after. Again, going in with that first brush and buffing it all out. Now, I don't exactly love the way it's blended up here, so I'm going to take a empty brush and just swoosh it around up here. I don't know if that did anything, but it made me feel better. And lastly, I'm going to go in with this darker brown. This is in the color Mocha by Morphe. And just a lighter, or a thinner, very small brush. This is the Morphe 506. And at this point, grabbing one of those brushes just to diffuse it a little more. All these brushes really aren't necessary, but because I have them, I'm going to use them. I'm going to go in with my NYX eyeshadow base and just a flat packing brush. This is another Morphe brush, M224. I'm basically going to prep the area where I want the pink glitter to be. So now that I have the NYX base on my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and prep it with the NYX glitter glue. Keeping that eye closed and wiping away any excess on that packing brush, I'm going to dip it into the pigment. Aggressively flick off the excess glitter. So I'm going to finish my other eye and I will be back. So I went ahead and wiped my face with a bit of a baby wipe after I applied my second eye. And as you can see, it did not help. So next I'm going in with my Veil Cosmetics primer slash serum base. I'm just mixing it between my hands. I know I did prep and moisturize my skin, but I also did wipe a lot of that away in this area. And I'm going to take just a little packing brush and grab this green concealer. Oh, it hurts even just to do this. So here as well. I'm going to put on the Infallible Pro Glow. This is in the shade Creamy Natural. I think I went a little too light, but I will try and darken it up with some other products. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Master Conceal and get under my eyes. Going to go in with some of my RCMA No Color Powder right under my eyes here. For the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. Little tip for you guys when it comes to loose powders. Instead of peeling off this thing, just poke a couple holes in. It controls the powder so much better, and it makes traveling with powder so much nicer too. Next, I'm going to turn off the camera and do my eyebrows quick. So I just went in with contour and bronzer. I am having a serious problem with my memory card, and that was not recording. So I contoured with just a little dome brush under here, blended it all in with my butter bronzer. So next I'm going to go in with a blush. I think I'm going to try and use something from my Tarte Color Wheel blush palette. This one here. Next I'm going to go in with my Jaclyn Hill highlighting palette, and I'm going in with the more golden one here. That is all for this look, guys. I'm going to quickly spray my face with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. Okay, you guys, that is all for the tutorial. I hope you guys learned a few things. I'd love to see your creations, and I'm also really curious. I'm into watching a lot of Canadian YouTubers right now, so if you know any, comment below. As well as any like new YouTubers. Let me know. Let me know who you enjoy watching right now. And I guess that's all for this video. I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and find me on social media. Bye, guys. Okay, so for starters, I've already prepped my face. Get this out of my face.